Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Okay guys, so now I'm going to talk about one of the load balancer which you would require. So guys, tell me one thing, when you are in microservices concept and when you are using the services, what are the drawbacks of the services? One of the major drawbacks of the services, anything which you could visualize there? Any drawbacks which you could locate? All of you? Okay, so what are the kind of load balancer which you know so far? One is network and another one is applications. Have you worked with it?
No.
Okay, so network, yesterday we worked services, right? Correct now?
Yeah.
You did, all of you. Today we will do the application load balancer in Kubernetes. So what do we call here? So we call it ingress. Okay, we call it ingress. So simple, when you want the network load balancer in Kubernetes, you want the services. When you want the ingresses, I mean application load balancer, then you go for the ingress. Now, what are the drawbacks with the services? So one of the major drawbacks which we have here is, let's say there is 100 service and this all this 100 service you want to expose it outside of the cluster. So in that case, you need a hundreds of load balancer also, right? For one service, one load balancer you require for it, and that's become a headache actually. That's become a headache. So that's become headache. So what we do in this case, we have to use ngress. So how it works, let's understand that. I'm not using slides because it will become longer, so I'm just give you the flow which will be easy for you to understand that. All of you, please focus on my screen. If you get confusion, please stop. Please raise your questions here. So this is your cluster. Okay, this is your cluster, and here this is the worker node. Here you have. Now there is a one service here, and there is another service here. I mean pod, sorry. So there is one service you created here. Here another service you got here. Now this service is accessible within a cluster, which you know that very well. But if you want this to accessible from outside, then you know that you require a load balancer, correct? Because that is how it is stable and reliable. So that is not what I want. Like that, you can visualize here. You have hundreds of services. So are you going to create a load balancer too many times? Of course not, right? So this is not good practice. So what do we do in this case? So in that case, what we do basically, we will have to introduce application load balancer, which is ingress. So ingress has a two part. One is ingress controller, ingress controller, and another one is ingress itself. Okay, ingress itself. So this is the ingress controller and this is the ingress. So this is a software of LB, application LB, and this is basically rules, set of rules. Okay, like this. Okay, so here what we will do, we'll run one software, ingress controller. So I'll have to change the color, right? So let's use a black. So here what we do, we run one of the ingress controller application here, and that we expose at the one service here. Understand that this is also a service. Okay, this is the ingress controller. I see because everything in Kubernetes you run in a pod, so it has to be run in a pod itself. So here this pod we are running, there's a two pod, you got it, you can have as many pods here. This you expose and created service, and now you will do this with the load balancer or node port or whatever is node port you do, and node port exposed with the load balancer, whatever you do. So now only the from the outside only this load balancer is accessible. Which load balancer? Which load balancer is accessible? All the traffic here is being sent to the this guy. What is this service? Ingress controller. Are you understanding it or not? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So all the traffic from outside, only one load balancer needed. It will travel here, and from here it will go and hit this place. Now this is a software. This service is a software of application load balancers. What this will do? This will read the rule actually. Rule basically is called ingresses. Here I said, right? Ingresses set of rules. So in the rule here, this rule ingresses, you have set, okay, based on the path, based on the name, and based on the TLS. These are the three popular one. What is a path? So rules here I'm telling you, rules type, path, name, and TLS. In today's session, I'm going to talk about these two. So path means devopsschool.com. If the request is coming from devopsschool.com red, then transfer to red service. Okay. If it is coming to the blue, then it will go to the blue service. Okay. So here ingresses set of rules path. So if anyone hit this IP, this URL in the browser here, so this will be sent to here, then here, and then here. Now this guy will go and that request, that header request, will go and try to translate it here in the rules. In the rules you have written, if someone is coming with the header, this one request is coming from this URL to this URL, then transfer to red service. So this is a red service, this is a blue service, like that. Okay, so this is called name path based redirection, where you write in the ingress set of rules here. So this guy controller always check the rules, and then let's say you decided, so all the traffic will go to here now onwards. Are you understanding it, how this ingress works? Now if the URL will be like this, then it will go like this. So this guy will transfer the traffic to the other service. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. Any doubts, guys? Any issues, guys? Yeah. Now here, when you write a rules which is a name based, then use something like this. Name is domain name, okay? DevOpsschool.com. Then you go to the red service. This is the name based, and it's a domain name, okay? This is also name, by the way. This is also name, okay? This is also name. Default service, okay? So like this. So here, this is the path based. This is the name based. Yeah, name based. Okay, got it. Any questions, guys?
So the header is used for this disambiguation, right?
Yeah, header. So whatever the header here, this guy will type in the browser or API request, then this will be transferred to here. This service will resolve that request, and based on the header, they will read the rules. You have written all this stuff, path and name, and based on the rules, this will redirect to the service. So now you have only one load balancer. This load balancer, you are paying for it, and this load balancer is of the uh, this one,
From within Ingress.
Ngress controller. They have a two part, right?
So these
So did you
rules
understand that?
read top down, or is there a hierarchy between them?
No, we write these rules. This is our work,
No,
because
no.
you
Is
will
there
have
a
a hundreds
hierarchy?
of my
For example, sorry. For example, if the rules are contradictory in nature,
uh, rules in a contradictory nature, then there must be
or is
some
there a hierarchy?
precedent.
If I give something similar, uh, uh, especially I was confused about this path and the name for the default service, right? So the first it is
So
interpreted. The second
many of
example is domain name and the path are clear. The first where you have said just DevOpsSchool.com, right? That appears both as a path and a name.
so in this case, there is no anything else. Anything who will type to DevOps school or anything, any URL, it will go to the DevOps school. Anything
Right.
which
But
will be read, yeah, anything.
if I configure something else there in the name instead of default service, I say red service. So wouldn't there be
Yeah,
a conflict between path and name on where exactly it needs to redirect?
no, all these three path, whatever I mentioned, you can redirect to red service also. But what is the use of it? Because red service is only for the, you have a certain functionality at that point, right? So if
I
you are saying,
I
okay,
get that. Rajesh, my specific question is, suppose in the second name, right? If you ask instead of default service, if I specifically put it as something else,
yeah, possible,
right?
anything.
Then which rule will take precedence?
Okay,
The one path or the name?
okay, your question is, if I declare the path also, and if I declare the name also, and so, but understand that this is different, and here this will be different. When I say here, some string you will be giving with a path, and a name also, some string will be given, so that will be taken consideration. Now one thing probably you are getting confused, is like, when I write DevOps school and DevOps school, basically this will be with a name like www dot like this. And when you say path, then uh, def typically default we don't set up in the path, we set up outside actually like this.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
so
This
probably that
makes sense.
will avoid your confusion. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so there is one default, we set it up at the ingress level, and after that we put it to the path and a name. This is also name, and this is also, by the way, name itself, theoretically speaking. So like that. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'll show you one image. Just a second. I would like to show you one image. So that way you understand the words visually, whatever I drawn this picture. So that way. So here, this image, this is also a good image. See here, this is the TLS based actually, which they are trying to show you. So from here, you get into the ingress. Here I have drawn ingress controller and ingress separately, but in this picture they have drawn together and they are calling ingress, and ingress will decide whether it should go to the service 1 or service 2. If you see that here, here you have a name and along with path also, service 1 and service 2. So like that, both they have merged together. This is called TLS. Now if I show you this image, so look at this here, this image. From the outside, here ingress controller is hitting. Ingress controller is also one application. Don't think it's something else. Here that rules image is not there, but ingress controller will read the rules which I'm telling you. These rules, and these rules will have this stuff. Now, and then ingress controller, based on the rules we set, it will decide whether it should go to the service 1, service 2, or service 3, whatever it is. So that's a concept. So all of you have understood this conceptually. This is the application load balancer. Can I show you the demo, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, I have by the way, I want to tell you one more thing. So directly I'm Googling it because I don't feel running the slides or not. So list of ingress controller. So guys, there are so many software which is available. I don't know which one you want to use. It depends on your production requirement. You can go for it. Let's say you can go for Ingress Nginx, which I'm going to use in this demo. You can go for some plus. This is the paid one. Kong also you can go for it. HA proxy you can go for it. Voigor I have not used. Istio, Ambassador, many services. So it's up to you which application load balancer you want to use it. Ingress controller as an ingress controller. So many softwares are there. So just check it out and probably that will help you. Make sense, all of you?
Yes.
Which one is widely used in
Yeah.
OpenFlows?
See, sir, there is no as such matrix available. Whatever the
Mhm.
Google you get it, actually, it's just the results of marketing. That's all. This Google search results is highly uh,
Influences what it.
influenced actually. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is the open source. Try with it. Try with it. Istio is from the CNCF. Kubernetes also CNCF. So just try it for Istio. If you want the paid one, then go for the Kong. Ambassador. Ambassador is also from the CNCF. So HA proxy, I think, is a paid one. I think so. I'm not able to recall. Kong is paid. So just anyone will work for you. Okay. So start with the CNCF one option. That should be okay. So now how do we start that? So you have to go to my blog website and type ingress. Okay. Now here See here you can create a load balancer, that is also there, but load balancer, because I have not used the AKS or EKS, automated way of load balancer will not be created. So what I'm doing, this service whatever we have, I can access the node port. Now that's the reason I covered the service earlier, so you understand the things in easier way. Now those who have not those who have forgotten that concept of node port and load balancer, please read once, and it's very simple though, so please understand that. Node port, when the same service you are exposing at the each node. Now each node you are creating one external load balancer and adding to that, and that's called load balancer, nothing different. Okay, so here uh, because load balancer is not working, I will only try node port. That means here I will, this is me, okay, and I will hit to the node port, and then from here the traffic will go to the controller service, ingress controller service, and from that rules will be checked as per your written rules, and then decide which service to go. Did you understand, all of you, the demo environment?
When you directly hit the node port, you mean you will give the IP, right?
IP address and port number.
Okay, so we would then do it only on path based. Name cannot be done here.
No, 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 no. We can do with anything.
Okay.
Okay. Probably I understood your question, but I'll show you the demo. You'll understand that we can fake out the traffic. I mean, header request, this request and all you can fake out actually. I'll show you
Okay.
that how can you fake out. It's just simply you can fake out. I mean, you can recreate this environment as if it's coming from www.devopsschool.com or red.devopsschool. That's, you can fake out headers. You can
Okay.
fool the
Proxy.
headers. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to show you that. So let's try. I have a load balancer also, but I want to try for uh, node port. Okay. So this tutorial I am following with in front of you, and you will follow also. So uh, hopefully there should not be any confusion. Now guys, here in this, all these commands which we have used is a fully automated command, and also I assume you know that by now. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this whole repository. So Git is not there in my yeah. Yeah, sir, mute yourself. Please, sir, mute yourself. Thank you. Okay, so guys, first thing you're going to clone this repo. It has all the required code which you can study with a peace of mind. Okay, this is the code. Now I will just rename it to ingress because it'll become a small. Okay, so now here cd ingress. Right now you have all this code required, all the programs you have it. Mind it guys, I'm using the open source ingress. Okay, so look at my screen, all of you. So here, first thing what I'm going to do is I am going to set the config which is huge, that's, you can ignore this one. Okay, because this is basically setting up some specific clusters which you have done it, this you have done it already. Okay, so what to do now? Now run this. Now what is this deploy.yaml? So actually deploy.yaml is your ingress controller, nginx ingress controller, which is free. So you just go to that and you will see that all the resources got created. After that, once the ingress controller is there, you want to check it out, right? Whether it got created or not. All these are shortcut command. See here, ingress controller. So here ingress admission and controller. So these are the three pods is getting created, and I think it should be okay now, almost okay. Still creating. Let me check, do I have a deployment which is consuming the resources or what? Okay, I'll delete this deployment. Done. So I just freed up the resources. And it's running. So my guys, Ngress controller is running. This is a one of the pod actually you see here. Now in the specific namespace. Now I am going to check the service got created or not. That deploy.yaml has created all service. Please mind it here. This is the Ngress controller service. Now this is the Ngress controller admission. Again, if you read more about the Ngress controller, Nginx Ngress controller, you'll understand these are the service needed. So this is the something which I am going to access at a node port. Okay, look at this node port. Okay, now I'm going to deploy one application which is a these applications. Now look at my screen, all of you, very carefully. It's not very difficult. Here I'm deploying the hello world app 1.0. Okay, so here I deployed the hello app 1.0. Okay, now can I scale that to all this command, you know that by now, and here scale that to the multiple pod. And now can we expose that and create a service for that? This is the clustered IP service only, because this is my app. Deployment of app is done. Okay guys, now I'm going to, okay, so this is the app got installed here. Okay, now here this is important, so here ngress single, what is a single means? Single means here in this code, I would like to show you first, then you'll understand this. See here, what is this? Kind is equal to ngress, and here this is the rule. Okay, so rule is backend, service name is this one at the port number 80. So backend means, you know what, backend means default. Okay, so I think someone had asked this question, right? I was talking about this rule. No, sorry, this rule. Default backend, right? So any request come to the controller, it should go to here. I repeat, any request come to the controller, it should go to here. Are you getting it? It's a something like a default. Got it? All of you? Hello?
Yes. Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. So this is the service I deployed. Remember, hello world service. This is where you are redirecting it. So that's the default service. Okay. So after that, because all the programs are ready made, so you will have to just understand it. I deploy that ngress rule also. Ngress rule, I deployed it. After that, I'm going to check that ngress whether it got deployed or not. And I'm going to show you here. See here, ngress. See here, host all star. Okay. And then you're going to get the service name also. See here, look at this node port, which I have already shown you. So can we describe the single ngress? Already I have shown you, but I'll show you that live. So see here, from host star, from any host to any path, it should go to the backend here. This is a default one. See here, default backend, right?
To watch our complete session, enroll for our premium membership. Click onto the join button and enroll yourself with the best suited option.
Which one? Okay, so someone has asked this question, right? What about if I write this or that? So anything you write, it will go to this one. This is the default one. Now whatever you write, the path and all, or name based and all, it will be respected. So now guys, these are the ways to get the IP address and all. I'll just tell you here, very simple code. Here you are setting the ingress node port IP. So this is the command to know that node port IP. By the way, manually also you can get it. That's not a big deal, but just to play with it. See here, set this path. This environment is set. You want to know that what is that? Manually also IP address you can get it. That's not a problem. This is the IP address. Okay, and then node port also manually also you can get it, but here we are setting up node port. You want to check this out, 31677, and now you are echoing both node port and IP address. This is the combination. So basically this is your controller now, Ngress controller. Okay, and now can we hit this Ngress controller? Guys, look at my screen here. See here, this is the default service. Did you understand that? Now whenever I hit that node port, I get into the default service. All of you guys?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
So that all depends on the rules which I applied here. Please, this one. Okay, so this is the choice side default service, single Ngress I applied. Now I will try some path based and node based. So for that, what I have to do, look at this, guys. Here I'm deploying the 2 additional services. When I say services, means that your product, red, blue, something like that. Okay. Yeah. So guys, here these are the commands I'm going to run it. So here, so here guys, last time I deployed some application. This time I'm deploying the different application. See here, blue service, and here red service. Okay, so this is for the deployment which you know very well, and this is for the service. I taught you all these commands. So it's so simple. One deployment has happened. Second deployment has happened as well. Service got created with the clustered IP. This red service also, blue service also created. All this command is ready. You should understand that. Okay, now here I'm going to deploy path based. I would like to show you the path based. Okay, so here, see here, read this. Here you have a rules. Look at this, Ngress only rules. So if the request is having path.example.com, it can be any website also. And here HTTP path, this is the HTTP path. Okay, the protocol HTTP, it can be TLS also. Okay, so HTTP path what if path has a red with this, that means path.example.com/red, then go to this backend. If it is having blue, then go to this. Did you understand that? This is the rule. Did you understand this is a path weight and guess rule? All of you?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. So simple. So now deploy it. Oh, sorry. All this code is ready. Just you have to understand that. Okay, done. Now can we go and check the Ngress? I have a one default and one single. This is the default one. This is the path one. So here the host is from, it should come from, for the target should be here, and based on the path it will be resolving. Okay, now again I'm going to describe this. I think you understand that I've shown you the code already. So here host, if it is coming for this with this path, then it should go to red service or a blue service. Okay, that is a simple thing. Now can we check? Look at my screen. All of you clear the screen. Right now I hit the default one. Remember, I hit the default one, not red, not a blue. This is the last one, which was the default one. Okay, now if I hit the red one, so now how do we fake out the HTTP address, look at this code. Probably you'll understand this. Only the selected one. See here, we are influencing and customizing the header file. Now, did you understand that?
Right.
So here, actually, the real request will come, then you don't have to mention here. But because of that, domain setup is not done right. So you are saying, okay, become my header this one. That means the request is going to this path. Okay. So, but actually it will hit to, look at this here, red, and here it is a blue. Okay. So that's how. So red, so Ingress will read the rule. See here, this is the red service. Remember, I hit the red, and this is the blue service. See here. Did you understand that how this path-based things works? All of you? Hello.
Yeah.
Now, if you see here, look at my screen. Here, I am passing path.example.com, and you see here 404. Why? Because I'm hitting path.example.com, which I have not set default for it. Remember, I set it for something else, not for the path.example.com. So default is not set for this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this path backend also. So let me show you here before. See here, this is the complete program. So here path, whenever you go to red, go to here. Whenever you go to blue, go to here. Now you are setting up the default. Whenever you hit to the path.example.com, you should go to this service. Okay, so you have to apply actually, because it's the same last one, but we are adding the ingress rule. Apply, see, configured, and now if you hit, then you got this. This is the default. So this is the way you can set it up. Again, I showed you the path based. Now what about the name based? So guys, name based also something similar you have. Let me show you. Here you have a name based. Look at this. Name means domain name, red.example.com or www.example.com, blue.example.com. So again, same thing, something similar you have. You are writing a rule based. This is the name based. So now this is ready. Can we run this and create a rules? These rules is important. Okay. First you try to manually set up in a AWS. You'll understand the concept. Then probably it will help you also. Okay. So see here. So right now we have a name. I have not applied actually. What is this? Okay. So there's some problem. It did not run. Why it did not run? Because it got deprecated. The program it was working with a 1.19 plus, but the same program is unavailable in 1.22. So no problem, I'll fix that later. That's not a problem. But yeah, ultimately, did you understood the concept, all of you?
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.